6 degrees. Wink Live Doppler 3X radar, rather dry on land right now. However, you can see these showers out there in the Gulf. Continuing to watch those, but they are staying far away and continuing to move away. In fact, I just wanted to see how far those were. They're about 15 miles from Sanibel and Captiva Island, and again, continuing to move away. Aside from that, we do have a chance for rain today in the form of isolated storms. I'll time that out for you and have a look at your full forecast coming up.
We have some breaking news we need to get to. This man is now behind bars in what authorities are calling the largest manhunt in Minnesota's history. They have captured Vance Bolter. This is his mugshot, and you can see he didn't really try to change his appearance in the last 48 hours. These are the moments he was put in handcuffs. You can see him here with his hands behind his back. This started after officials say he posed as an officer and killed a senior Democratic Minnesota lawmaker and her husband. It is being called a politically motivated assassination.
How did they find him? Authorities in Minnesota say they found his car abandoned in a rural area, and then Bolter was spotted on a neighbor's trail camera. And this is new video showing that the scene from overnight. You can see how rural it is just as the tank's going by on those dirt roads. Authorities flew a drone overhead and spotted Bolter in the woods. He crawled out and was taken into custody. Investigators say Bolter shot and killed Minnesota State Rep Melissa Hortman and her husband at their home. He is also accused of shooting State Senator John Hoffman and his wife inside their home. They were shot 8 to 9 times each and are still recovering in the hospital. In a press conference just a few hours ago, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said justice would be served.
To Melissa and Mark's family, I cannot fathom your pain and the grief that you're going through. We'll take solace in the memory and the work that Melissa did, and you can rest assured that we will put every ounce of effort that the state of Minnesota has to make sure that justice is served and the individual responsible for this serves the time for the unspeakable act. State grieves with you.
Investigators believe Bolter would have killed others if they didn't respond when they did. They found a hit list of 70 names inside his car with more Democratic leaders. Bolter has already been charged with second-degree murder and attempted murder and is being held on a $5 million bond. He is due in court at 1:30 today.
Okay, this can scar you for the rest of your life. This is a look at a security video obtained by Wink News showing a moment you can see this masked man is holding a gun. This is at a Papa John's employee's head. This happened at the Papa John's store on Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers last September. And now this man has been sentenced to 22 years in prison for armed robbery. Fort Myers police say 22-year-old Shadirian Ward, who you see here, is also a convicted sex offender, and he was the person behind that mask. Surveillance video from that night shows Ward hit the employee in the back of the head with this gun before then running off with $700. Listen now to the victim describe how it happened.
He pointed exactly at the safe and the till. I definitely think he had been planning it because he came in dressed. Like he had gloves on, he had a mask on, he knew where the safe was.
Who you just heard from was Tiffany Vickers, the employee Ward attacked. Thankfully, she did not suffer any life-threatening injuries.
An explosive surprise in a garage leads to an arrest. Lee County deputies say this is one of 3 homemade Molotov cocktails they found while searching a home in Fort Myers Shores. If you were with us Friday morning, this was breaking news in our show. And here's a look at the moments they arrested the suspect, Travis Dar. They found him at a gas station on Palm Beach Boulevard. Dar told deputies he made the cocktails for self-defense. This is not his only run-in with the law. According to the Lee County court records, the 34-year-old has been arrested at least 7 times before for traffic violations to battery. And this is a first. Neighbors told us, Wink News, that they're used to seeing police lights at Dar's home.
Sometimes there's some stuff that goes on at the end of the street. Just having that kind of close by is a little bit worrisome, but I do trust that we're safe here.
As of this morning, Dar is still in custody facing charges for having those explosives.
Your trip to the doctors is getting an upgrade thanks to a $22 million donation. The Merib Charitable Foundation gave the money to FGCU's Merib College of Health and Human Services. So how will it help you? Well, it pays for state-of-the-art classroom technology, simulation labs, and hands-on training equipment. Dr. Merib, who died in 2018, was a former nurse and professor, and she dedicated her fortune to student success.
This $22 million gift from the Merit Foundation will expand opportunities for our students, our faculty, and their research efforts.
We're getting the experience to be able to put in central lines and use ultrasounds, know how much pressure to put, listen to mimicking heart sounds and lungs. So when we go out into the real world, we're very aware of what we're looking for and what we need to do to help our patients out.
The latest gift brings the foundation's total donations to FGCU to $39 million.
You can directly save a life. All you have to do is donate blood. The Lee Health Blood Center is really in need, and the blood mobile will be on Sanibel Island later this week. The drive will be on Thursday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. The bus will be parked in front of the Sanibel Public Library at 770 Dunlop Road. All donors must be at least 17 years old and must weigh at least 115 pounds. They will also check your temperature, heart rate, and hemoglobin levels.
Juneteenth is this week, and the Lee County Black History Society is hosting a celebration. It'll be Saturday from 4 to 8 at the Stars Complex. That's at 2980 Edison Avenue in Fort Myers. They'll have live music, fireworks, food trucks, and a kids zone on site. Admission is free.
When you go to book your next flight, you might want to pay extra to pick your seat. Seat 11A is proving to be a lucky one. And we told you last week a man is sitting in a seat 11A was the only person to survive the India airplane crash, and that seat has saved a life before. So here is 40-year-old Vishwar. We'll give it a second to load. Kumar Ramesh, talking about surviving the Air India crash. And on the right is one of the few people who survived a plane crash in Thailand in 1998. He was also sitting in seat 11A. Aviation experts say there is no universally safest seat on the plane, and there is a lot of other factors in plane crashes. You can't predict who would survive.
All right, the man accused of shooting and killing a Southwest Florida native and attacking his cellmate days later is expected to be back in court this morning. We'll tell you how that inmate is doing and what we can expect inside the courtroom today, next.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. Meteorologist Lauren Kreidler with you here on this Monday morning as we take a live look over beautiful Naples Village on Venetian Bay. We were met with sun and clouds overhead. Temperature is quite toasty to kick off the week, 84 degrees already. Of course, going to continue to warm up until we top out in those 90s today. But right now, Ave Maria, 81 degrees as we go further north. South Cape Coral, 85 degrees. Buckingham, 84 degrees. 88 in Captiva. Ooh, quite toasty there. 86 in Rotunda and Lake Susie, reaching temperatures of 83 degrees. But here's today's forecast. This is what we're expecting as we go throughout the afternoon. Going to be another toasty one, very similar to this weekend where we hit highs around 93 degrees. That's what we're expecting for Fort Myers today, 93 degrees. Lehigh Acres, 94, Ave Maria, Golden Gate, Babcock Ranch, all reaching temperatures of 94 degrees. So sun and clouds overhead throughout the day. We do have that chance for isolated storms today, though our rain chances really aren't all that high. Very similar forecast again to yesterday. Wink Live Doppler 3X radar shows those showers we're tracking all offshore, again about 30 miles offshore of Sanibel and Captiva. That's the only rain I'm tracking right now. Aside from that, though, looking at future track, we do have the opportunity for some of those pop-up showers and storms, particularly as we go towards the afternoon and evening hours. So this is around 4 o'clock this evening. Notice that coverage, really not much on there, but still a chance for some of those storms, which could be on the heavier side for some. And then that will continue throughout the dinner hour, those isolated storms pushing closer to the coastline before they dissipate and even into the 10 o'clock hour. But looking at those rain chances over the next 7 days, staying with a 30% chance of rain for today, 30% chance for tomorrow and Wednesday. Rain chances take up ever so slightly back on Thursday, more scattered storms back in the forecast, and then they go back down for the end of the week. A look at the tropics, and we love to see this. We are 16 days into hurricane season. No development expected over the next 7 days. Let's keep it that way. 7 to 10 day forecast, 93 degrees for today. Isolated storms, rinse and repeat for your Tuesday, 93 with isolated storms. Warming up a little bit more so as we get towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, 94 degrees. That first day of summer, I know it's felt like summer for quite some time, but first day of summer is on Friday. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s with a chance for some isolated storms.
Thank you, Lauren.